Then, you would want to look and see if this is a psychological trigger as well. So, making sure that you're, assessing, okay, is this, a need, a basic need or a human need, or is this some sort of psychological thing that I think I need? And, then dealing with that from there. So the last one would be the physical trigger. So is this those three main areas are what you would want to pay attention to when it comes to identifying your triggers. So the emotional, the physical, and the psychological. From there, you would want to address those triggers. So figuring out a plan to cope with those appropriately. So that's something, if you think you can do it on your own, great. If you can't, that's totally fine as well. And there are plenty of resources out there that you can, seek professional help as needed. Say, for instance, if you know that you like to drink when you're in a social situation and you're trying to reduce your drinking or stop it altogether, then you want to make a plan for when you do have to be in social situations. So maybe bringing mocktails of some sort, something that you can have that's non-alcoholic, or staying around people that that are familiar, because maybe you have social anxiety and drinking helps that. So maybe you want to hang around people that you're familiar with and that doesn't cause you that kind of social anxiety. So then you're less likely to go for a drink. And looking at the larger picture is something that you want to consider too, because remember how, we were talking that the thoughts, the feelings, and actions are all connected. And then that is, affected by the bigger context. So our environment at large. So say you want to get into exercising and you are having a difficult time getting motivated. So maybe you set your clothes out, your workout clothes out before you go to bed. You put your shoes, your running shoes, near the door. So you don't really have to think about those things. You can kind of just get up, put your stuff on and get out the door, or go into your home gym or wherever it is, so that you're using those cues, right? So how we talked about cues earlier. So now we're
Right,
replacing
right.
the negative cues from before, and we're using it in a healthy way and finding ways to replace that. And absolutely get your supports. Set up your supports. You are not going to be able to sustain change unless you have people in your corner or things that you need for support. So whether that's joining some sort of online group or blog group or some sort of support group, or meeting up with friends or having accountability buddies. If you're not getting those supports, and you're not putting these other things in place, it's just so hard to maintain creating new habits.